Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be doing something very practical. I want to share with you how you can extend your visitor's visa when you are in Canada on a visitor's visa and you're running out of time and you're looking to extend your stay in Canada. I'm going to be showing you how you can do this for yourself or for your family member without having to spend so much money paying a consultant or an agent to do this for you. Like you all know, when you arrive into Canada as a visitor, a stamp is placed on your passport at the port of entry, which signifies the date you have to stay, until your time expires in Canada as a visitor. This date indicates the maximum time you need to spend in Canada and the date you need to leave before your stay expires. If there is no stamp on your passport at the time you arrive into Canada as a visitor, then it therefore means that your stay in Canada by default is 6 months from the date you entered into Canada. So if you exceed 6 months as a visitor in Canada, you become illegal to stay in Canada. If for whatever reason you are not able to return back to your country after or within 6 months of your stay in Canada, then an extension will be needed. If you wish to stay beyond the 6 months that has been approved for you to legally stay in Canada as a visitor, then you need to apply for what is called a visitor's record. This allows you to further extend your stay as a visitor in Canada after 6 months or beyond 6 months. And for you to apply for a visitor's record, you need to apply for this within 30 days before your status as a visitor expires in Canada. Now, if your visitor record is approved, then you will have an extension to stay. Your stay will be further extended and then you can remain here in Canada for an extended period of time as a visitor. Before I proceed further, if this is your first time of seeing my face, I want you to please subscribe to my channel. My channel is the best channel where you can find tips and strategies to help you immigrate to any country you want, especially Canada. And if you're finding value from this video, please encourage me by clicking on the like button so that YouTube can show this video to much more people who might need this information. Thank you. Now let's talk about the eligibility requirements for you to extend your stay here as a visitor. Okay, the first thing is that you must have a visitor's visa and you must be a temporary resident in Canada. The second thing is that you must already be in Canada as a visitor. The third thing is that your current temporary resident status must still be valid. Remember I told you that you have to apply for a visitor's record within 30 days of the expiry of your status as a visitor. The fourth thing is that you must ensure that your passport is valid for at least the same amount of time for which you need the extension for. You don't want your passport to be expiring in 2 months and you want to be extended for 6 months. The visitor's record will not be approved. So you go to canada.ca. Let's go canada.ca and you click on it. It takes you here. You go here, you click on the first option, and then the next thing you want to do is you click on immigration and citizenship. Okay, because you're trying to extend your stay. And then the next thing you want to do is you click on visits. Now when you click on visits, you scroll down. We're looking to extend our stay in Canada, so you click on stay in Canada longer. When you click on stay in Canada longer, and you see who can apply and how to apply. Okay, let's look at who can apply first of all. And then when you click on who can apply, you will see here that you can only apply if you're already a visitor in Canada. You're already in Canada as a visitor, or you are a worker authorized to work without a work permit, or a student authorized to study without a study permit, or someone who wants to change their temporary resident category from a student permit holder to a visitor, or a work permit holder to a visitor. Today we are looking at you already in Canada as a visitor and you want to apply for an extension. So let's go to how to apply. So when you click on how to apply, you will need to create your account, and then so you can scroll down and then you'll find create an account or sign in. So we're creating an account if you don't have one already. When you click on create an account, you go to register for an account. So you click on register for an account. It will ask you to either register for a GC key username and password or register with Interact sign-in partner. So this is what you need: register with GC key username and password Okay, so I already have an account, so I won't be doing that now. But if you don't have an account, all you need to do is click on this register with GCK username and password, create a username, and it will prompt you to pick some security questions. You pick those questions that you know you can remember, and then it will urge you to create a password, and then continue. It will send you a code, a confirmation code, to your email, which you need to paste there, and then it will confirm that you are the true owner of that email. Then it will also ask for a recovery email, and then it will send you a code again to the recovery email. All of this is just to protect your account. So once your account is created, it will tell you successfully created. Then you can then sign into your account. So let me sign into my account. Once you have created your account on the Canada CA portal, you now need to create a GCK account. So you're going to input your given name just as it is in your passport. For this explanation, I am just going to use a pseudonym. Okay, so let's say the last name is Okoro, and the given name is just like it is in your passport, international passport, Lilian. Okay, all right, so the email address lilianokoro@gmail.com. So if you are English, select English, and if you're French, select French, and then you click on continue, and then it takes you to the next part, which is your security questions. In this section, you need to give new security questions and then give the answer to the security questions. This part, I would advise that when you do this, you can take a screenshot of this so that in case you forget anytime, you can refer back to it. Click on continue. Okay, so you click on continue, and it takes you to this part where if you have submitted previous application before, you will find them here. But since I haven't, there's no application there. So you go down to start an application, and you click on apply to come to Canada. When you click on apply to come to Canada, it takes you to this part. You scroll down and you click on visitor visa, study or work permit. It opens this for you, and then you need to answer this question. You provide answer to these questions. You say, what would you like to do in Canada? We'll click on visit. How long are you planning to stay in Canada? Let's pick temporarily, less than 6 months, and then select the code that matches the one in your passport. So I am from Nigeria, so I'm going to pick Nigeria. Okay, what is your current territory of residence? If you are presently in Canada, you should select Canada. Since we are in Canada, we will take Canada. Since we are in Canada, we'll take Canada. Okay, you are in Canada already, remember. So do you have a family member who is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident and is 18 years and older? If you have, click on yes. If you don't, click on no. And then what is your date of birth? So you pick a date of birth. So let's go take 1986 or 1989. Remember, this is just for demonstration purposes. And then pick the month and pick the date. Okay, and then you click on next. Have you lived in Canada as a permanent resident or landed immigrant? Okay, so no, we're not permanent residents, and or landed, we're not immigrants, so you click on no. This does not pertain to you as a visitor. We go to next. Are you a lawful permanent resident of the United States with a valid US? Click on no. Go to next. And then it says, what is your current immigration status in Canada? You click on take visitor and click on next. And then it says, how are you related to your family member? So if it's your sister, you can say my brother, my sister, or your aunt, your uncle, whatever the person means is to you. Go to next. It says, what is your marital status? If you're married, you click married. If you're widowed, you click widowed. Single, you take single, as the case may be. What is your province or territory of destination? If visiting more than multiple provinces or territories, select the one in which you'll be spending most of the time. So let's just take Alberta, and then we'll go to next. And then based on the information you provided, the results below indicate that you may be eligible to extend your stay in Canada. Can you guys see? So you click on continue, and then you come down It says you're almost there. We're going to ask you a few more questions. Click on continue to see the questions. Are you accompanying a family member who has a status in Canada? So if you have family with you on the visits, to Canada, you can click on yes. If you are alone, you came here alone as a visitor, you take no. So as the case may be, and then go to next. Then when does your status in Canada expire? So based on your what is in your passport as your date of leaving Canada, you can pick that. So let's take 2024, select the month. This is let's say we're expiring in May. Remember, you need to have 30 days of your validity, like 30 days before your status expires, before you can apply for visitors record. So let's take May, and let's take 30th of May, okay, and then click on next. And then it says, have you had a medical exam performed by an RRCC authorized panel physician within the last month? If you have, say yes. If you haven't, say no. And then go to the next part. It says, do you want to work in one of the following jobs? Remember, you're on a visitor's visa. You don't intend to work for any reason. So click on no. Click on next. It says, do you want to submit an application for a family member? If you have family members with you on this visit, you take yes. If not, you take no. And then click on next. If you are submitting applications for more than one family member, please start with your spouse or common law partner if it applies. So this is an instruction. If you are here with your wife and your kids, you need to start with your spouse first before your kids. So click on next. What country does your family member live in? Click on, I'll take Nigeria because it's my country of birth. And then which country issued your family's members' passports? I'll take Nigeria as well. So I'll go for NGA. And I'll click on next. Is your family member a permanent resident of the United States? I'll take no. I'll click on next. What is the family member's status? So guys, you just need to fill up all this information as you go. Okay, I'm just going to pick random stuff so that we don't waste time. Pick all the information the way you want it and then move on. So all of this is if you have a family member. If not, you just do it on your own. So these are the fees associated with your family member's application. We'll be paying your family member's application. We'll be paying your family member's fees, or is your family member fees exempt? So you have to pay. Yes, I'll be paying my family member's fees. Do you want to submit an application for another family member? Click on no to save our time. But if you are, you can click on next. Are you giving someone access to your application? So guys, if you are the one doing this application yourself, you don't have to give somebody access. But if you are giving somebody access, then you will need to fill a form called the use of representative form. So for this situation, I'll click no because we're doing it ourselves. So go to next. In the past 10 years, have you given your fingerprints? Yes. Remember that when you came to Canada, or before you came to Canada, before you got the visa, you went for biometrics, so you have given your fingerprint. So you click on yes. There are fees associated with this application. Will you be paying for your fees, or you are fees exempt? Yes, I'll be paying for my fees. Go to next. Are you able to make a digital copy of your document with a scanner? Click on yes. So fill up all this information. Will you be paying for your application fees online? I'll click on yes. So now it will now ask you to review your answers. So make sure you go through all of the answers you have put down here to be sure that they are good and they are perfectly okay before clicking on continue. Now it says that submitting your application, you must be logged in. First of all, it's giving you instructions on how to submit your application, so you can read this and click on continue. Now it now shows you the document checklist, the things you need to have when submitting your application. The first form you're going to be filling is the IMM 5708. This form is required, so you need to click on it, and when you click on it, the form will be downloaded for you. All you need to do is open it. Right now I don't have Adobe. It cannot open on your system. This form cannot open on your system except you have the Adobe reader on your laptop. So I don't have it on my laptop, but if I had it, it would have opened here. Okay, so when you click on it, you fill it, and then when you fill it, you upload it on this part of the file form, the page. Okay, upload it. You click on upload file and you upload it. The next thing you want to do is your passport, your international passport. You're going to be scanning the first page and the last page of your passport and the stamps on your passport, and then you'll be uploading it here. Now if you're doing this application for your family member, say you have a wife, you have children with you on this visit, you will need to fill the use of family member representative form because you are doing it on behalf of them. Okay, so you will download this form, fill this form. This form can also not be opened on your laptop except you have an Adobe Reader. So you fill this form and then you upload it here as well. Then if you have a marriage certificate because you are with your family, your wife, your spouse, you need to upload it here. Then you need to also upload a proof of means of financial support, because they want to know that you are still able to take care of yourself and your family, or if you're alone yourself, while you are getting the extension. So you'll need to upload that here as well. Then a digital photo of yourself is also required. Your picture, passport picture of yourself, you need to upload here. If you're accepted that you have a family member that is a permanent resident or in Canada, remember that you filled a part in this form. So if you have identified that you have one, you need to upload their status here as well. Now these are optional documents, but I recommend that you fill it as well. You can download this form, click on it, download it and fill it and upload. And then this client information, you can write an explanation on the reason why you want to be in Canada. Just like when you were coming to Canada, you had to write a letter of explanation of why you want to come. Now you need to write a letter of explanation of why you want to extend your stay. So you can write that letter and then upload it here as well. So because I selected that I have family members here, so I need to also do the same for my family members. Okay, I'm going to fill this form for the family member, and I'm also going to attach attach it here as supporting document, their passport, international passport as well, and their digital photo, just like I did for myself. Okay, and just like I did for myself, the optional document, the IMM 5257 form, I'll also be filling that for my family member, and also the letter of explanation for extension for my family member will also be uploaded here. And once I'm done, it shows you the fees that are required to be paid. Okay, so you need to pay $100, but because I included that I'm applying for my spouse, it has taken 2 as the quantity, so I'll be paying a total of 200 Canadian dollars for this application. So because I'm not paying for this application, it might not allow me go further because I've not uploaded my files. But the next thing you want to do is it will ask for an electronic signature. Okay, you need to click on agree under the electronic signature and provide answer to one of your security questions. Remember I told you to take a picture of it when we filled up the security questions. So you need to answer at least one question. Okay, and then click on sign, that you're signing the application, and then scroll down and then you click on transmit and pay. When you click on transmit and pay, a summary of the total fees you are paying, which is for me because I'm doing for 2 people, $200 will show up, and then I'll pay and I'll click on it and I'll fill in my card details, my credit or debit card details, and then I'll click on checkout. And once I click on checkout, that's it, my application has been submitted, and I'll wait for the approval. So let's go over the important documents again. Okay, you'll be filling the IMM 5708 form. Okay, remember I showed you in the video. You will need to take a screenshot of your international passport, the first and the last page, and every stamp that you have in the passport as well. You will need to upload a proof of your current status in Canada, if you have any. You also need to upload a letter of explanation of why you want to extend your stay in Canada beyond 6 months. And then you also need to upload your proof of funds. Lastly, you need to fill out the use of representative form. If somebody is doing this for you, then you need to fill that form. And if you are doing it on behalf of someone, then you also need to fill that form. I hope that you find this video very valuable, and that this can help you, save some money instead of spending so much money paying agents or consultants to do this for you. I always try to help you save money to become independent on doing these things yourself. I'll see you on the very next one. Thanks for watching. Trust God to do you well. Bye guys.